is someone in our state. That's unfortunate. I was still Popular's AGA collection agent. The month on the 6th March 2023, as PDP governorship candidate in Rivers State, which he comfortably enjoys the battle of Nwankwo as a governor then. Then I, Chief Demis Nwankwo, as I'm talking to me this morning, I served as the Etche collection agent for Constituency 1 and 2. I slept in CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, to sort out material for about 2 days before we left to our various agents. Registration, area center. That's right. Said our material to move to 19 wards of all our agents. My brother, I've got my habit. They come out victoriously on that election. They still took him to court. And as well, took all of us to court who served as his collection agent. But I was going to Abuja, like as if I was going from my house to my trade market. Every day, turbulences on the air. I was on witness board. Sometimes you would stay there 1 month, 2 weeks, 3, without using there 1,000 naira. All these things are things will pass through. But look at what you are facing today. All the people who said no to him are the people that came again to say, get him, kill him. So
Mr. Nwankwo, let's get this correctly. Is the grouse with the governor based on the fact that the work that you worked and many others worked, they are not getting their reward for it from him? Or is it because he's doing something unconstitutional?
To make sure that he becomes the governor of this state. He work in anonymity. So all this war problem tracker that tell me here and there is what I do not know nothing about. I'm surprised. The thought of all these problems is dishonest, unlawful, and vindictive.
All right, Mr. Nwankwo, let me put this question to you. Now let's retract a bit and let's check our steps and go back a bit to where you talked about the provisions of the Constitution and conducting elections and all of those. And starting from there, I would need you to tell us this. Now, you have said that what is happening now is because the governor failed to conduct elections, right?
Yeah.
Now, what if that is the case, and you think that the CTC is illegal? What would be the constitutional way to approach this and address this issue?
That is what we are waiting for. That is exactly what we are waiting for. I'm not in the right position to decide that. The same law that took that decision that CTC chairmen are illegal are the same law that we are waiting for. They have said that we will remain. We are waiting for them to take a decision.
So at what point did the CTC... Mr. Nwankwo, I need you to... We need to take it step by step so you can explain yourself properly. At what point did the Nigerian Constitution describe CTCs as illegal? I'm asking this because just 8 years ago, we had CTCs in Rivers State. As we speak now, we have CTCs across the country in various states still existing. In states where the PDP have its governors, all have CTCs existing. And we've not heard this kind of complaints, even from the authorities, the CTC opposition political parties in those states and across. So why is it particular in Rivers State, even though we've had it in Rivers State in just the last 4 years?
The law came up. The law just broke back 2016. The law came up 2016. The law came out 2016. Supreme Court declared it to be illegal. It is not all about me and you. Just make your confirmations about this. If they have gone ahead to do what they did, it is left for court to take a decision on that. It's not me promise one thing. And which we are all waiting for. The court should come out and say something about all the things that is happening. For now, they have not said anything. And the Chief Police Nwankwo still remains the chief of staff of that local government.
Now, this position you're holding, isn't it against the Constitution? Because you are holding on to a court judgment, and the Constitution says that a council chairman should serve 3 years.
Wait, does assembly have right to enact the law?
To what?
Does assembly have the right to enact the law?
Yeah, that was said, but I think you're aware of a high court ruling.
They have the right to enact a law.
Yes, they do.
That is what it takes. They have said they have the 6 months and they've enacted the law for this elongation.
And the court did not say anything. Did the court say anything about? Did the court say anything about that? Because the last time we know that matter went to court. What did the court say about it?
Assembly members have the right to enact a law. Assembly members, led by Martin Samuel, have failed legally federal elongation 6 months. As the enable the governor put himself together to conduct election. And that's where we are consolidating. And the matter is in court. And court has not said anything about it. Court has said the status that the two parties should remain.
Mr. Nwankwo. All right, Mr. Nwankwo. So if you can respond, I remember the document you're mentioning now, that amendment. In that amendment, it said that, I'm paraphrasing now, that if at the end of the tenures of the council chairman an election has not been conducted, there's going to be the assembly would now look at the issue, and they would have a resolution will be reached by members of the House. This is what was stipulated in that document, some of the words that were used. Then they're going to have a resolution. Upon that resolution is when they would now decide the extension of the tenures. And if the assembly doesn't do it, it also gave, I think, a court, judiciary, I can't remember. So my question to you now is, if we look at the provisions of that amendment, would you say that the Martin Amewule Assembly at that time reached a resolution with regards to the provision of that amendment that was made at the time? Did they reach a resolution, and did they sit and reach a resolution on that?
It's quite glaring to the sight of all the universities. So that's why they took us to that. We are there to hear the final say from court.
All right. So at the moment, the demonstrations we're seeing with the former council chairman, what is the goal, and what's the reason behind it?
Yeah, sorry.
The demonstrations we're seeing across the local governments, we've seen in Obiakbo, demonstrations by...
The demonstration we are seeing today is based on the 40 foundation of the creation of the caretaker chairman. It's 40. The foundation is 40. That foundation is 40. And look at today. The court said we should give them time to pass their judgment. And this one has 2 months ahead to create caretaker, illegal caretaker committee. I'm asking them, most of them are swearing their people members in and have completed the building. It is quite unfortunate. Unlike that, I've not seen this thing. I've not seen this kind of thing happen in anything.
Or is there a law that says that a person must be sworn in the secretariat?
Secretariat? Why is that place built?
No, I'm saying by law. Is there a law that says that?
Why did you target secretariat? By law. Why did you target secretariat? I'm telling you the way that some people will be in the kitchen, they inaugurate, they go to their kitchen, they go to the kitchen, they inaugurate. Here in River State, it's deceitful. It's deceitful.
All right, Mr. Nwankwo. We have a short commercial coming now. Please stay on the line for us. There's 2 more questions we'd ask and get your response to them in a matter of 2 minutes after now. So please stay on the line for us. For those who are listening on Facebook, we're streaming live Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. I mean, you've heard from Promise Nwankwo. He's claiming to still be the chief of staff of Etche local government area. We'll still continue speaking with him after now. Stay with us. Hello, Mr. Nwankwo, can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right, thank you for staying on the line. Those who are watching on Facebook, if you haven't joined, you can go on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. You get to listen and watch at the same time. Don't forget to drop your comments. My guest has said that the reason why we see the various former council chairmen staging the demonstrations that they've been staging across the various councils, and they're commending the police for what the police is doing so far, is simply because they believe that the CTCs are unconstitutional and should not be there. Well, let us know what your thoughts are about it. What do you think these demonstrations will accomplish or achieve at the end of the day? Mr. Nwankwo, we'll take a few messages on Facebook and then you get your response to it. Thank God Ability says they will not achieve anything because their tenure has expired. Their plan to declare the state of emergency has failed. Saturday Edum says House of Assembly cannot make laws outside the 1999 Constitution. The conversation is not whether they could have made laws outside the Constitution. The House of Assembly can make laws. And then we now have to understand that there's a grand Constitution within which every laws would be placed upon. And if it doesn't match, then we have the issues that we would have to discuss. He says, go back to the drawing board and wait to 2031. River State is moving forward. Osaka Umar says, what your guest is saying is confirmed truth. Those caretakers will not stand. I rest my case diplomatically. Okay, we'll wait and find out, because there are those that argue that the court's position on the caretaker is not something that reflects on the Constitution, but it's a judgment on a particular issue because somebody went to court. I know that similar thing happened in Bayelsa State. Somebody went to court, and the judgment that the court gave is based on that person that came to court with regards to Bayelsa State. So any other judgment perhaps would be, but constitutionally the argument has been, have there been amendments to say you should not do this or this is illegal? Because if it is constitutionally written that it's illegal and it cannot stand, regardless of the judgments that courts have given on similar matters brought before it by different individuals, then you would wonder why we have it existing across various local governments in Nigeria. And most importantly, then it would give anyone who thinks that the CTCs are illegal the opportunity to challenge it in court, which is where I would bring my question to now. Mr. Nwankwo, have you and others considered taking this before a court to say we are challenging the establishment of this CTC chair, the operation of the CTC chairman, and even the creation of a CTC? Take it to a court to challenge it and let the court tell you whether it is obtainable or not. Have you taken that step?
This matter, Mr. Andrew, this matter is very, very simple and glaring. I've told you, I asked you a question. Does Assembly have the right to nothing?
Of course, the assembly is empowered to make laws. But the laws that the assembly, hold on, Mr. Nwankwo, the laws that the assembly would have to make or create, Mr. Nwankwo, let's have this conversation. The laws that the assembly would make for any state should not override or begin to disregard the national constitution of the country.
Fine.
So the assembly can make laws, but the laws have to be in tandem with the constitution of the country.
Then have Supreme Court declared CTC chairman illegal.
The Supreme Court gave a judgment, did not declare CTC illegal with regards to nationally nobody should have CTCs. It only gave a judgment for a matter that was brought before it.
No. Because no. You think after this program, you go back to your lawyer. Just to make a wider consultations about all this. You will think it is there. It's there. After this program, you fall back. So
if that's the case, why don't you take it to court and challenge the existence of the CTC?
It is the Supreme Court that will do that. They will handle that situation. Because what they are doing now is abuse of court law. What they are doing now. It is not in me. It is them that gave order that CTC chairman should be declared illegal in Nigeria. So it is them too that will take it upon themselves to act on this particular matter, not me, not Ms. Nwankwo.
All right,
Let's
hear what the listener has to say. I'm sure they have a few questions to ask and contributions to make. So, in other words, you're saying that in Etche today, we're still going to see this kind of demonstrations that we've been seeing in Obiakpo, in Emoha, in Ikwere.
I just entered inside my car to attend to you. It's a very simple matter. As I speak to you now, after this program, I'll be going to my office.
In the secretariat?
After this program. Yes, I will be going to that secretariat. Police are here, I will be here. Because all what we are clamoring for is for peace in our Nigerian local government. Because we've known, if you attempt to make this, that some persons are sent by some evil characters to cause trauma in our area, which will not fold our hands to allow that to happen. I love Etche local government. I love Etche local government. My mother is from there. My father is from there. My extended family are from there. So I won't follow around and why the place will be shattered by some Nigerian potential characters. I want to allow that to happen.
Shouldn't that be the job of security officials and the court to decide?
The security, they are here. It's not the same people that walk through Nobel Chairmen on the these guys to come and cause problems in the various councils.
But Noge said and Labour said they were not protesting.
They were not protesting, but all of them they were appointed as chairmen according to the local government.
Is there any Labour leader? Is there any Labour leader or Labour rep that is a caretaker chairman?
All of them. All.
I want us to understand. Is it? Are you mistaking them for members of the committee or caretaker chairmen?
They are the same. This is a board managing that affair. When a member or caretaker man is the same. That is the member. So no gay chairman, they selected them according to the local government. Make them hear it. Yeah.
All right.
And then our politicians, that is the question. So
is this the first time we're having members of Labour work in CTC?
Yeah, all of them. I have my point.
That's what I'm saying. I'm asking, is this the first time to have members of Labour, organized Labour, work as CTCs?
Mr. Andrew, this is the first time I'm seeing this.
All right, let's hear from.
This is the first time I'm seeing this.
Okay.
Yeah, the Labour should be apolitical.
All right.
Should be apolitical. They shouldn't be seen as politicians.
Okay.
Politicians in this matter.
All right, let's go to the phone lines now. Let's take a few questions quickly. JJ from Port Harcourt, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes,
Andrew, good morning to your guest.
Straight to the point, go ahead.
Yes, I've listened to your guest. I don't know the case is in court that he said he's waiting for, and if that does not happen, they will continue to support the police or barricade the local government office. Because he needs after now be going to the office. You protected the police, supported them, or you are working with the police. You're away trying to come. Because, hello?
JJ, we can barely hear you.
What they want to do is that they want to come and protest.
JJ, please do well to call us back. We can barely hear you. George from Buguma, good morning.
Yes, Andrew, can you hear me very well?
Yes, of course, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Yes, Andrew, your guest is very economical with the truth. Now, let me remind him, in the former governor's era, the Africa appointment era, the Okrika caretaker chairman was a Northern member. Let it go and make finding. You understand? That is that. Now the matter in question you were telling him that sometimes ago the local government issue that is a matter. The legislators passed a bill, and that bill was quashed by the High Court. You understand? The battle they are fighting, at the end of the day, even if the merit of that judgment that they are waiting for comes their way, the chairman will not even return to office. I don't know what they are just shaping shadows. Now, if you now say that the Supreme Court has given a judgment that caretaker should not be a sin of governance. Now, almost all you asking that many of the states, PDP states and even APC states, we still have caretakers. Now, also ask your guest that when Supreme Court give that judgment, as that judgment be amended by the National Assembly, that is one question you need to ask him.
All right, George, thank you. Let's hear Blessed from Alu. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. It's here, Andrew.
Yes, good morning.
The former chairman of Etche in Rivers State, they are protesting local government by local government for solidarity of police barricade Etche secretariat. My brother, this is uncalled for. They have legalized illegality. And besides, something seems to us that IG has turned this into another dimension. When you know that these people, former local government chairman, their tenure has expired, and what they need to do is for them to vacate office. Now, you send your men to go and barricade office to prevent caretaker chairman for them to assume the office, which is uncalled for. The chief secretary of the state is Governor Simla Efubara, and besides, they are giving orders to another person instead of Governor Simla Efubara to give order. It's not done. We are seeing what is happening in Rivers State, and the whole world is watching what is happening in Rivers State. If Rivers State comes, the entire nation, Nigeria, will be what? Will be catching cold. What is happening in most of these former local government chairman benefited from caretakership during the former governor of Rivers State, E.N. Wike. Now, IG is working with FCT minister. This is happening here.
I think Blessed, that's a strong allegation.
Not Governor Fubara again. Because the elders in the Rivers
Blessed from Alu.
The
IG and the police in general did not say they're working for or with anybody. According to the police, what they're doing is to forestall breakdown of law and order, safeguard properties and lives. And if they feel that the activities currently at the moment could threaten those, then they are within their right to do their job. And that's what they are doing. So let's not get it mixed up. 0817 923 0002. Or 0817-923-0003. Dede from Iwofe, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Mr. Nwankwo, good morning too. Personally speaking, I think the Constitution of Nigeria has been stabbed severally and is bleeding. And the problem is not just the Constitution. I'm seeing it from the angle.
Dede, unfortunately, you might have to call back. I think you got interrupted by your service providers. We'll go to Yenegua quickly and let's hear from Gift. Hello, Gift. Good morning. Hello, Gift. Gift. Gift, good morning. All right. I think Gift is preoccupied. Let's go to Mwoha. Alfred, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
All right, Alfred, talk to us.
Andrew, thank you so much. But Andrew, let me continue to thank the governor for giving this a chance in Rivers State, and that for telling him too that his overbearing of this thing would make Rivers people begin to take laws into their hands. Because these people that is causing anarchy every day in the form of protest, I think it's high time Rivers people come up against them in every way that they want it. Just yesterday, you heard that because of their protest, if a dynamite would have been detonated, and if that dynamite was detonated, you know what it would have cost. and in the eyes of the world, it would have been a bomb. Your guest is telling us this morning, is telling Rivers people, Nigerians this morning, that even as Tinubu is now, that Tinubu can walk up to the National Assembly and tell them to elongate his term and say, oh, my tenure is going to expire 2027. No, take it to 2028. That's what your guest is telling us. Obasanjo tried third tenure in this country. It didn't succeed. It didn't work at all. Everybody came against it. Now that is what the House of Assembly, Rivers State, former Rivers State House of Assembly wants to do here in Rivers State, just to cause problem and crisis here in Rivers State. Now, just a justice, the former local government chairman of Bonny and Opopu went to court and they got judgment. The court said no, it is aberration. It is not in the constitution of Nigeria to elongate a tenure of someone. That the oath you swore, you must serve the oath you swore after the expiration of the oath you swore, that you don't have any tenure elongation. And your guest is coming to tell us this morning that Rivers State Assembly law will override the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you, Alfred. Your point has been made. Let's move on to Etche. Thank you, Alfred. Uche Ken is on the line. Etche. Good morning, Uche Ken.
Yes. And the first question you asked Chief Promise Nwankwo was this. You say, would there be any constitutional way to amend the mistake made so far by Governor Phil? If at all, Governor Promise Nwankwo said there was a mistake made by the governor. I believe the answer is yes, and that amendment can also be taken by the court. There was something you said again, referencing the previous administration and the other states who is running caretaker committee. Caretaker committee. Let me tell us, Andrew, if nobody has challenged the previous administration, another state where caretaker committee are being run, does that make it legal? It is an aberration. It remains an aberration. Yes, I agreed with you. The previous administration did run a caretaker committee, and everybody kept silent and clapped because they were all beneficiaries to it. Does that make that legal? It is an illegality, and nobody came up to condemn it.
And that's the point. So now, has anybody taken this to court?
People are saying no, you cannot continue. Hello, Andrew.
Yeah, I said, has anybody taken this to court? Has anybody now said, I'm going to court to challenge this CTC that has been instituted by the government?
The bone of contention is there. It's matter before the appeal court. Either somebody has taken it personally or individually. It is not the bone of contention. The bone of contention now is there is a matter before the appeal court. And the INU knows that appeal court overrides the power of the state high court. We all know that. And the matter is pending there. Governor Sim and his supporters went back through the state high court to secure an injunction. Then on the process, they now enacted or inaugurated caretaker. If the tenure injunction is unconstitutional, Andrew, what happens to caretaker committee? Is it constitutional? So if the governor has gone further to inaugurate the caretaker committee, which is an aberration, the council chairman remaining in the council is also legal. But the governor came to a point to realize that he is not obeying the rule of law, choosing the path of law to obey. Then the council chairman will also tread on the
thank you.
I believe this is my point.
All right, unfortunately, Tony, we can't take your call because we're already out of time. I have to get back to my guest to conclude. Well, Mr. Nwankwo, Chief, are you still on the line?
Yeah.
All right, we have about 2 minutes left, so we'll get your response. Now, this is where we are, and this is the back and forth. Have you considered that the actions that anyone might take, you may take, or any other person who feels aggrieved by the decisions of the government so far might in turn affect Rivers State if the actions are not those that are taken within the provided laws to address certain matters or these kind of matters?
Thank you, my good brother. I've read all that commented. The answer there is that the secret of our council is being defied. Even when the court of competent jurisdiction had also spoken. To come back to where you are, the IG of police, I commend his prompt intervention too, because he's there. And what we are doing, we are adding to that. And to stop this hoodlums from breaking into our councils. Because the last time you saw, we are in this state.
But the police, as the police said, he cannot handle the matter.
And look at some council properties. And we've said no to that.
All right, Chief. Chief, unfortunately, Chief, we're already out of time. We have to wrap it up now. We have a commercial coming.
Okay, now.